Hey guys, Denver here. I wanted to take this time to show you the project that I'm working on today. We're going to be installing this Temgo 12-volt 100 amp hour battery into the solar system. Now, our RV is set up on a 48-volt battery system, but the RV still needs a 12-volt battery. And we've had the standard lead acid battery that's underneath this cover that vents out here. So today we're going to be replacing that battery with this big boy from Temgo. The nice thing is with this lithium battery, it's the exact same size, but like half the weight and double the battery capacity. With lead acid batteries, you're gonna only be able to discharge them about 50% before they don't discharge anymore. Where lithium, you can get from 100 all the way down to 0% and back up. What really impressed me with this battery is not only is it self-heating with also the low voltage cutoff, but you also have all the other BMS requirements of a short cutoff, high voltage discharge cutoff, and then even this one has, which I haven't seen any other battery, have a screen on the top of a 12-volt 100 amp hour battery. All of this was only $400 on Amazon. So this battery is a great deal and I'm pretty excited to install it. Step one is going to be turning off the 12-volt battery system to change this out. Now, these dual Victron inverters run off of the 48-volt battery, so I don't have to shut the house off, but I'm going to shut the 12-volt side off. 12-volt side is going to control stuff like the hydraulic jacks and the slide outs. And a few other things are relying on your 12-volt system, like the lights on the inside, the stand that brings up the TV and down the TV. All of that is going to be on the 12-volt system. So you don't need a very large battery. With the way that our system works, the 48-volt drops down to 12-volt to keep this battery charged. So I only really need a little bit of battery storage in there to handle the surge of when we're doing the slide outs or the auto leveling jack system. All right, now let's get to work and pull the old battery out. Inside the storage bay is where the 12-volt cutoff is on my RV. So when I wired in my system, I included this breaker here, which is essentially the disconnect from the 48-volt battery system going into charging the 12-volt system. If you guys have any questions on how our solar system runs, feel free to drop a comment down below and I'll make sure to answer you. Okay, now that I've safely isolated the 12-volt system, we're gonna swap the batteries. So in about 2 minutes, old battery's out. This thing, lead acid, weighs twice as much as a lithium battery. Now this is the container that you're supposed to keep your battery in so that you can vent out the gases from lead acid. But since we're going over to lithium, we don't need this anymore. Before we put the battery in, let me show you guys why I love this battery. Click this power button. Screen comes to life, tells you the state of charge, the current voltage, the amps that it's going to be putting out, the current temperature that it senses. If there is a draw on it, it'll tell you how long until empty. Page 2, you can turn on and off the discharge state, on and off the charge state. It'll tell you how many charge cycles it's done, temperature again, and then page 3 gives you the individual cell information. This is a huge benefit. I cannot get over how light this battery is, so easy to put in place. Now inside the packaging, 2 bolts and caps. It's connected and the light for the bay turns on right away, super simple. All right, now let's check the screen and see how much this single light is pulling. All right, so now we can see 54% and discharging at 4.1 amps. And there we go. Now the install is almost complete, but one thing that's an issue for me is the fact that this battery is just gonna slide around. So I need to come up with a way to secure it so it's not bouncing around. Oof, what not to do 101 right there. Oh, that's not tight at all. Okay, I'm almost done with my install. Battery's installed, lights are connecting, screen shows that currently it's discharging. It's gonna be dead in about 5 hours. So we need to activate my charger in order to charge it back up. I do have the Victron Orion 48 to 12 volt. It was set on a profile for charging lead acid. Now I need to change it to lithium battery before I flip that switch and turn it on. So the nice thing with Temgo is they give you this booklet that walks you through your battery. So it gives you the product information, your advantages and everything. And then near the back on the battery charging page, it's gonna give you your specs on the voltage that you should set to charge it. As well as you can download an app so you can check what's happening in the battery just from Bluetooth. This will be really convenient because if I wanna know what my 12-volt battery is doing while I'm inside the RV, all I have to do is pull up my phone, check the app. I don't even have to come look at the screen. All right, so the parameters for this one are 14.6 volts. So I've updated in the Victron app through the Bluetooth control. So now the 48-volt system is charging the 12-volt battery. Okay, now I'm going to connect this battery to the app so I can check out all the battery information inside my iPhone. All right, so there we go. Inside the app, I can see all the information. I can see it's at 37% charge. It's charging. Time till full is still recalculating. If any protection faults pop up, I'll be able to get a notification on my phone and see that all through the cell phone. Even tells me the temperature. As well, at the very bottom, it gives you updated information on each individual cell. So yeah, that's everything I have for this updated battery installed. Super big shout out to Temgo for providing the battery for this video. Very much appreciated. Very excited to look forward to the stats on this 12 volt and to see how it compares. We'll come back in 6 months and do a full review on the battery of how it's been holding up.